You know, guys, I look back on this and I start to realize what an incredible roller coaster ride this album has been.
Yeah, I mean, we became spider activists. We got fucked up in the country.
We went to Austin, Texas.
And I think we became best friends.
Ian, how does this album make you feel?
I'm just glad we all live together now.
I'm just happy no one's in jail anymore.
I know, jail kind of sucked. Carl, what are you doing with that guitar?
I want to tell a story. When I played a show and got really, really drunk. Most of the shows I play, I get really, really drunk. But this one was different. This one's different because there's a message, I think. You see, it was a warm, beautiful October day in Sacramento. The leaves were still green, the birds were chirping, there were children dancing, and unicorns and rainbows. Some guy had some Skittles, and that went in there somewhere too. There was going to be a lot of music, so we got there early. The air smelled so sweet. The stage area was getting set up. All the worker bees were bustling about and made me really thirsty just watching them. So, as I was being thirsty, I thought, it's never too early to drink, is it? No, it's not. I explored the festival grounds a bit and stumbled upon an oasis of alcohol and people. I was offered a drink, and I'd already determined that it was not too early to drink, so I took it. That first drink was so good. Like the first time getting an amazing massage, and you get excited in the pants, if you know what I mean. And then realizing it was a burly man giving it to you, but you don't stop him. It feels too good. Now, you know what they say about drinking. Once you drink one, you gotta drink more. 'Cause what else was I doing? It became a vicious cycle. The cups and the bottles, they were full, then empty, then full, then empty. Jack Daniels and dozers flowing like the American River itself, fast and free. So I continued to explore the festival grounds, my legs propelling me fast and freely from one vendor to the next, from one person to the next. Things started getting a little spotty. All of a sudden, there was an acoustic guitar in front of me, so I drew a tiny dick on it. It had girthy balls like a bull. Not that I've looked. Speaking of looking, I looked into my cup and realized it was empty. Time for another drink. It was at this time that I lost literally hours of the story, as I can recall none of it. So we'll pick it back up at the time my band was about to go on stage. The guys in my band were nervous. Jeff was fucking pissed, and I didn't even know why. All I knew was I was ready to rock out with my cock out. Speaking of cock, did I mention that I drew one on an acoustic guitar earlier? Holy shit, those guys must have been pissed. So I barely remember being on stage, the lights flashed, the crowd went woo, and the next thing I know, my drunk alter ego, Charles, as I call him, was in full effect, macking on all the ladies. Speaking of ladies, I made friends with one. We'll call her Bandcamp, because I don't remember her name. And we were making out like crazy. Or so I'm told. You see, when Charles comes out, he keeps some things from me, but he also gets things for me, like chicks and hangovers. Anyways, it was at this point, the sky was as dark as the label on the empty Jack Daniels bottle I had in my hand. And there was some seriously heavy fucking metal playing. I was rocking out as any normal concert goer would. However, my equilibrium was a bit off, you know, because I had a ridiculous amount of alcohol, and I fell a couple times. No biggie, right? Then it happened. I kicked a motherfucker during one of my sweet dance moves, and time stood still. But I didn't, because it felt like the world was wobbling. I just so happened to kick the only sober motherfucker at the show, and he wasn't having it. Even drunk me, Charles, knew he fucked up. So I tried to apologize to sober guy, and he wasn't having it either. The situation was tensing quickly. Drunk me didn't need to be in a fight. I can't even stand at this point. Ah! So I turned and walked away. And I kept walking, over the road, into a field. It was at this point I wandered through the field with my friends, looking for a way out. But then I realized I was dreaming, because I woke up laying down in a separate field with no friends near me. The only indication of civilization was a silo in the distance, with a light on it, literally miles away. I called my ride and said, "Hey, come find me." But my ride couldn't drive in my field. So I walked towards the light, hoping to find a road. I did, and luckily my ride found me, and I was saved. So, the moral of the story is alcohol can be good,